The Proton Pack is not a toy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and I'm here today with an unboxing video. This is something that I bought on eBay, and something that I had wished I had bought when it was in the stores here locally. And if you saw the title of the video, then obviously you know what this is. This is representing Ghostbusters 2, the Playmobil Ghostbusters Ecto-1A from Ghostbusters 2. And I had seen this at the local Walmart probably a year or two ago, and I'd already bought the Firehouse in the Ecto-1 in the Stay Puft, and I had all the figures and everything, and I did see this on the shelf, and it was like $50, and I kind of wavered on it. It's like, I'll just wait a little bit on that one, and then they disappeared, and I added them to my eBay search list a while back, and I noticed that they just weren't shipping at all for retail price in the United States. They're showing up in Canada and the UK, but to pay for the shipping charges, it made it almost the same as what you'd be paying just for the toy itself. But I think they're starting to show back up in retail outlets for United States. So some places on eBay were selling them in the United States for like $200 and really jacking up the price, and just something that unreasonable. So I kept my eye on it, and I finally saw one. There was a company, I think out of Brooklyn, that was selling probably half a dozen of them left when I got mine for like $60. So originally they were like $47, $50, something in there. So for $60, very happy with that. I saw them about a week before. Somebody had them on Amazon for somewhere between $80 and $90, and that was still a little much for me. So I was happy when I saw this one for $60. I had to grab it. What's cool about this one is not only is it the Ecto-1A, it even has the roof rack to match the car from the second movie. It's got all the stickers and stuff for the side of it. But the original Ecto-1 only came with Winston and I believe Janine in a flight suit and the 2 Proton Packs. This one comes with all 4 Ghostbusters in their dark flight suits from Ghostbusters 2 with the 2-finger logo, and a trap with a I'm not sure if that's a Slimer, or I think there's supposed to be like a hologram type thing in here. I have to look into that as we open it. But 2 of them have slime blowers, so Winston and Ray get the slime blowers just like in Ghostbusters 2. So faithful to the movie. So really cool for Playmobil to create this and put it out there. I really wished it would have had more shelf life. But I was glad that I was able to get one at a decent price. So if you look at the back, it does show it's got the 4 Click-Its figures. Here's the up close look at the slime blower. It's got the trap with the cone in there. And it comes with 2 Proton Packs. So if you have the other figures, you probably already have some Proton Packs. And this one does take 3, looks like AAA batteries. So my plan is to open this here in this video, and I will show you what is inside. Taking a look at the box, there are 3 places where you have to cut or just pull it apart where it is perforated. It does have a little scissor graphic on all of those, but you can, if you're careful, just pull it apart with your fingers and then pop it open. And that's what is inside. So There's not a whole lot holding it secure in there. It all kind of bounces around. First thing I really noticed looking at the Ecto-1 first impressions is it's great that it already has all of these graphics on there. I couldn't remember from when I bought the Ecto-1, the first set, if it was stickers or if they were just applied graphics already printed on there. So you can see the phone number, the Ghostbusters logo, the caution striping, call us, ready to believe you, all the good stuff you expect to see on there. It does have the correct red bumper on the back, which is cool because that is different between Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A. And then you have the individual bags with car parts and characters. The main piece of the roof rack. This is where batteries will go. I'll put those in just a second. Wheels, tires, hubcaps. We've got our slime blowers and some slime effects. The instructions and some stickers. And some other parts there for the roof. And then this looks like the figures are already built, so that's cool. Egon and Peter on this one, and then Ray and Winston over here. And this does have the little shield thing, or the cone shape. Not really a cone if it's got edges on it like that, I guess, but it's neither here nor there. But the trap is in there, so the box is a keeper, so I'm gonna keep that in good shape. Throw it to the side for now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open this up and go ahead and put the batteries in, since I have the screwdriver handy. It has one screw to loosen on the side for the battery compartment. 3 AAA batteries are what is required. But I was super stoked to be able to find this there on eBay. I did see that over the last week or so on Big Bag Toy Store. There, you can take it off without taking the whole screw out, so that's good. Big Bag Toy Store did have a pre-order for a restock of the 1A set, and it was at $59 and change as well. So if you missed out, or if you've got your eye out for something like this, they did have those as a pre-order. I think the pre-orders are already sold out too, and they're expected to ship sometime in April. Who knows if the pre-order was 100% of the stock that they will have or not. But keep your eye out. I think these are going to start showing up more often in the United States as well. More than they have been. I think in Canada they were at Toys R Us, which we don't have here anymore in the States, at least like we used to. And I did see they were for sale, I think it's Smith's, if that's how you pronounce it, in the UK. So batteries are in. One for the siren, and then the multicolored lights. That is fantastic. Look at that. I don't know if we've ever had an Ecto-1A toy that has more faithfully recreated the lights and probably the roof rack than what Playmobil has given us here. This is going to be outstanding, so I'm really excited about this. And it's so cool that it comes with all 4 Ghostbusters as well. In the darker flight suits from Ghostbusters 2. I mean, if you're a Ghostbusters 2 fan, there's just so much that you feel like you miss out on because everything goes to the first movie, and then we've had the new wave of stuff for Afterlife. But this is awesome that this had been available and hopefully will be more available again. So again, just fortunate that I was able to get my hands on this. Other than the actual printing on there, I'm not noticing, besides the back bumper, much different from the original Ecto-1 that I do have behind me over here. So here is the instruction booklet. It does show you where all of the stickers that it does come with go. The sticker sheet is right here. Looks like some stuff for the light bars, a few caution stripe things, those might be for traps. Some parts with the tail lights and roof rack type items. I'm probably going to go ahead and put these labels on, stickers on, I'm sorry, decals, whatever you want to call them, ahead of time, and then I'll go through and assemble the roof rack in the car itself. So that's that. The cool thing that I noticed in here is for the side panels on the roof rack, it has these lenticular, I guess you'd call them decals, but it goes back and forth between Ghostbusters, and on the top where it's like it's scrolling, and the bottom one flips back and forth between We're Back and For Hire. So that is really cool. I really like that. All right, so I put all of the decals on the pieces that needed them, and it was quite the process. So it says for ages 6 and up, don't let your 6-year-old put the stickers on here because some of these are a little bit tricky. I'm more familiar with putting the decals on Lego, and I know Lego usually gives you some leeway, kind of like in this part, how it doesn't not go all the way to the edge. There are some like that in this set, and then there are others where they do go all the way to the edge, and so don't anticipate you have to give it a little bit of space because then it'll run off the end, but also don't assume that it's going to start all the way at the edge and go all the way to the other edge, because not all of them do. So it's kind of a case-by-case basis on these. If you are a perfectionist when it comes to decals, get your tweezers or X-Acto knife or whatever you use to place them, because some of them are a little tough. I had a little struggle with the little taillights that go in here. Mine aren't exactly lined up where they're supposed to be. They're inset pretty far in there, so it's kind of hard to reach with my fingernail. But I'm not going to worry about it. But if it's something that would bother you, take note. The funny thing is the part that took most stickers, seemed like, was the ghost trap. So not only does it have the doors, it also has one on the front, 2 on the sides, and then 1 on the inside. So 6 stickers just for the ghost trap. Now I'm going to go through the process of going through the instructions and putting the Ecto-1A together in the order that they say in the instructions. So if you'd like to follow along, that's great. If you want to just fast forward to the end of the video to see what it looks like when it is finally built, I will compare it to the previous Ecto-1 and then give my overall review of this set in general, and that'll be at the end of this one. So if you want to fast forward, great. If not, I'm going to give some commentary as I do go through and put this together, and whichever way you would like to do it is great. So trying to pop on this back door there. It does click shut. There are some parts when you are getting things out to put the decals on where you think, okay, where are these parts? There are some of them mixed in with the actual Ghostbusters figures. So you will have to open pretty much all of the packages to get all of the roof rack parts out. And it's not a big deal, but just I was kind of searching for some stuff and I had not opened the figure bags yet. And lo and behold, that's where the parts I needed were. I'm putting the little headlights in. This it's kind of, I don't collect, haven't really played with any Playmobil stuff outside of the Ghostbusters line. For these car play sets, I know they do have a new A-Team one, and they had the Back to the Future DeLorean sets that look pretty cool. I never got those. I saw Alex Newborn had some of the Back to the Future stuff, and it looked cool. It's kind of a combination between a model and a Lego set. Not so detailed as a Lego set into how much you actually have to build to make an individual part to put on something. So maybe more like a model, but then at the end it is 100% a toy that you can play with, which is cool. I went ahead and did the wheel assemblies for 3 of them. I'll go ahead and put the last one together here. These are kind of tough. The actual wheel itself going into the tire, I've been putting the part that extends out through first, and that seems to be the easier way to do it because they are not super easy to get into the rubber tire. They have hubcaps. I think I got one extra. I don't know if that's common. And then they do have this black piece that goes into the back of the wheel, and then these slot in on the bottom of the car. So it's kind of this little U-shaped piece. And when you press it in, it will be flat and flush. So they're easy to get in there. They actually pop in. I didn't get the first one in at first. So it's not actually flush. It actually does go a little bit farther down until it pops. There, I believe I got that. So it really rolls. That's always good with an Ecto-1, right? Alrighty, and then we're on to step 4. This is where we get to some of the roof rack stuff and then a lot of these smaller light pieces. The ones on the top right here are green. That one's blue. I could have knolled this better on my little table, but for the purposes of this video, just decided to go ahead and roll with it. And we have these rear view mirrors on either side. These did not have any stickers on them. Neither did the roof rack. Not roof rack, but these ones with the green, those are printed. That's not a sticker. So far of the pieces that I've put on here, this one has a sticker. I use sticker and decal interchangeably, so sorry if that annoys you. The license plates on the front and back where it says Ecto-1A, those are ones I had to place. For our accuracy nuts, the Ecto-1A license plate was actually off to the side on the left on the actual car. On the red bumper, on the instructions it says to put it here. So don't gripe at me in the video saying I did it wrong. I'm doing it according to the instructions, not according to the way it showed in the movie. I understand that. All right, so then we have the lights that go in the back. Sure, we have done that first one wrong. Let's see if it clicks. Yeah, let's switch that one around. So the longer part goes toward the inside of the door. And then we need to build the tank assembly, which is this part. This one also has 2 decals on it. It has these two blue printed on silver pieces. And then we have the white tank that just clips together top to bottom. It does have a circle for the rubber hose to come out. So be sure you line those parts off, or line them up, and then this decal is actually a printed, so it's not actually a decal. All right, and then that is facing on the sticker side. Sticker side being this side. So it all fits together, nice and assembled, and then this is actually facing the rear of the car. What's nice about some of these little posts that go in, they do have a flat side, so you can't actually put the things in backwards. I do appreciate that for us dummies out here that have built things wrong in the past and continue to do so in the present. Step 5 is the roof rack. It did have one sticker, label, decal I did already put on there, and you want to go ahead and put the batteries in before you complete this step. It's removable. When you need to change the batteries, it pops right off, but just so you don't have to take it back apart later on, just go ahead and do it now. And that has a nice satisfying click. That goes on there, and it's starting to really take shape now. Step 6 involves this light bar attachment that goes on top of the front light bar. This one did have 4 stickers on this clear piece, 2 on either end. This is the one I was talking about where it didn't go all the way to the edge, so you kind of have to line up the black space in the middle on either side to get it to where you need it to go. There's a white spacer that goes underneath. So it looks like that. And then that goes on top. So it's kind of like double stacked lights. I like that the gumball lighting lights up. That's really cool. There is an antenna on the front. There it is. It's not one of the rubber, soft rubbery pieces. This is the harder one. It's more rigid. So that one fits down in there. There's this blank black tube that is basically the same size as the slime blower tank. This one is going to, it has one post and it's going to fit, make sure I got it right here. The little slot that it hooks on the back as well. And then I also had to put a couple of labels on these pieces. We have this one with the checkered, almost caution stripe look on it. That one does go edge to edge. I did line it up from the center and then work my way out with that one just to be careful. There's a clear dome, half dome, quarter dome, whatever that goes on top. Seats in here. And then this one's actually 2 pieces that does have a label on it. I went ahead and put them together because it made it a lot easier to apply that label or sticker or decal when I was going through the process. So you can choose to do like I did and go ahead and put all of the decals on it to begin before you really get started. or you can do them as you go. It really doesn't matter with this set. There's this canister looking piece right here that has a little cap. It reminds me of like a Ninja Turtles ooze canister almost, mutagen. That is a label that goes all the way around. Sticker, decal. That'll fit right there in front of the gumball light. There are 3 decals that line up on the side of this red, what are we going to call that, tank. That one just snaps in there loosely, so it doesn't actually have a post that it fits on. So it was throwing me off on that one. So you can turn that to where you need to, so where you see the stickers where you want them to be. And then on the opposite side we have the little yellow tanks. There's 2 of those. And an insert that goes in either one. Those will go on the opposite side from the red tank, with the inserts facing each other on the side. The yellow really makes it pop there on the sides. All right, now to the lenticular little digital signs. I don't know if it matters which one you put on either side. This little detail is really cool. It kind of sets it off for me. I really like it. On here it says that the one with the number 1 sticker, which is the Ghostbusters sticker, goes on the driver's side. So I'll go ahead and follow instructions for now. If I decide to switch on my wheel, make sure that's not upside down. Big satellite on here. That's a 3-piece thing where you can angle it. That's probably so you can get into the firehouse. I'm gonna bet. That's one of the things I'm gonna check before I'm done with this video, to see if this will actually fit into the opening to get into the firehouse. So stay tuned for that. There is a gray rubberish soft rubber hose here. This is the hose that connects from the side of the tank into the side of the car. So it's got an end that curls into an L shape that fits into the side of the car, and then the other end into the tank. You can see that. Let's take a second to appreciate this car itself. As a model or as a toy, this is an excellent example of Ecto-1A. I love it. This may be the best Ecto-1A toy that's ever been produced. I'm going to put that out there. The one from Kenner was a re-release of the original Ecto-1 that only came with a different sticker pack. Nothing else was different. There have been some Hot Wheels versions that are more of a model than anything else. And I don't really count those as, they don't have the playability that this was. Those are to put on a shelf. They cost a lot of money. This is less than $60 if you get it in the right place with the figures where you can play with it. It comes with the Proton Packs and the slime blowers. For a toy, Ecto-1A, this sets the bar, in my opinion. So I'll set that there. It does have instructions on how to put your Ghostbusters equipment together. So None of these include stickers other than on the trap, which I already showed you. The trap does have a feature with this thing that you add to it right there. It has a logo on the back, but on this side it's kind of got a pink glow. Yeah, there's a little code there where you can scan it and put your phone underneath the trap. It has a little opening where you can take out this little rubber spot underneath, and then the light will shine through the trap, and you have to either do it where it's dark, or you can use this black piece to basically build like a little box around it. I'm not going to do it, but you build that around it, and then it'll show a hologram of a ghost being caught. So that's a cool playability type thing. Some of these vests are different. So you have the ones for the slime blowers. One has some pink slime on it. I noticed that the Winston figure does have slime on his legs, so I'm going to use that one as it suggests for him. So you just throw it on over their shoulders and slide their arms in between. Then you have to actually build the harness for the slime blower. So there's this kind of bronzy golden piece. You take one of the main tanks, obviously in the center. There are green side tanks, some with printing, some without. So this one has some printing on the side. Maybe they all do, just on, I'm not seeing them from all the same right directions. The instructions show to look like that, and then it snaps right onto Winston's back. So there's his slime blower, the back part at least, and then it has these soft rubbery pieces that hook into the bottom. It's kind of a triangular shape there on the bottom, and the same here on the rubbery piece, so that you do get it in the right orientation there. And you also have to build the cannon. This is a few different parts as well. A little trickier than I thought it was going to be. So it's those two, and then it has a slime that you can attach to the end. That will go in his hand. And then it has two of these rubber connectors. One goes in the back. Now I got that seated in there a little bit better on the back side. So there's your Winston Zeddemore slime blower figure. And he stands up. How about that? I thought the weight of it might have been too much. So I'll quickly see how fast, now that I kind of know how to do it, to put the one for Ray together. So once you kind of know how they go together, doesn't take a whole lot. Then there's not a whole lot different, I think, for the Proton Packs apart from the other ones that we've had before. What's really cool about this set it comes with a Geiger meter, which is really cool. And it's supposed to have a headlight shaped piece that fits in there, but I'm not sure that the peg on there where it sets into it is the same one. Quick edit, I found in one of the bags the little piece that goes into the Geiger meter. It was in a clear, transparent bag, and it is a clear, transparent piece that's similar to the shape of the headlight, but it's round with a little nub on the end of it. And that's what goes into the back of the Geiger meter. Got Alice frames or something similar enough. You snap the Proton Pack onto the back. It's got a little hole where part of it shows through. And then nubs where, not nubs, but little recessed holes where you can put one end of the hose there, and then a hole for the thrower to be mounted there on the side. So there's my Egon. Peter's gonna hold his hand. Peter actually, it shows in the instructions, comes with gloves. There's only one set that go just on the outside of either hand, as long as I don't lose them. And he can hold the thrower while he has them on. So what do I have left? I have this red piece that actually goes in here. Aside from that, we still have the connector for the trap here. So that's what the last hose goes to. And then this is supposed to be the foot pedal. Of all the things involved in this set, that's probably the least accurate of anything. So there's that. I do have the one extra hubcap that Egon accidentally just knocked off. Do have my 4 Ghostbusters, which you can kind of see there. The car itself. Extra hubcap. And then this one little splat with slime that I did not open yet. So the Firehouse came with green ones. This one has a pink one you can throw on the car or wherever you want. Absolutely love this set. Let's compare it to 84 Ecto-1. And Ecto-1A. They both have their kind of their own personalities, in my opinion. Turn them around the other way. Get it from the side here. This one has the green bar on the side. This one has the red. This one doesn't have the sniffer type thing at the top, but it does have this dome piece the opposite direction. These are on both of them. They both have lights and sounds. So that's fun. They last, the sirens at least, about the same amount, and then the lights do stay on as long as you don't hit the button to turn them off. So obviously the blue lights on this one, and then the green and blue and amber lights on the 1A. You've got the big satellite on the 1A and the extra light bars, big tanks. Let me turn it around from the back, and there you can see the difference in the back bumpers. Let's see if it'll fit in the firehouse with the roof clearance. I'm gonna have to slide the old side around. If you put it all the way forward, it barely fits. You kind of have to maneuver the little sign around so that it'll clear, and then you can move the satellite dish piece around. The one thing that would have been cool that they didn't add this, that really would have set it just in a different stratosphere, would have been if it would have came with a Ghostbusters 2 sign where you could change that out on your firehouse if you had one. But that's just me throwing out something that I just thought about. So, super long video. I appreciate it if you've made it this far and watched this one. Like I said before, this is an excellent set. If you are able to get your hands on an Ecto-1A set from Playmobil at a decent price, I absolutely recommend it. This is a fantastic Ecto-1A toy, model, whatever you want to call it. Playability is there. 6 and up, you can play with this with your kids. They have all 4 Ghostbusters come with it. It does have the interactive trap feature there, lights, the sound, stuff that we didn't have on our Ecto-1s when we were growing up. Playmobil knocked this set out of the park. Hopefully this does become more available, and hopefully we didn't miss the boat the first time this came out. So if you do see this online, or if you somewhere and you do see it on a store shelf, don't assume that it'll be there the next time you get it. If it's something you want, go ahead and grab it. If you're a Ghostbusters 2 fan, an Ecto-1, Ecto-1A fan, and this is not in your collection, man, for the right price, it's totally worth it. I 100% recommend it. I'm so excited to have it in my collection. So thank you for watching this video and staying with me, and I'll be back soon with some more Ghostbusters content, and I really appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.